Hello and welcome to yet another explosive report from Point of View. Multiple media reports from Hong Kong to Britain are citing a Chinese scientist who is disputing India's claim to South Pole moon landing. The founding father of China's lunar exploration program Ouyang has disputed India's claim that its spacecraft landed near the moon's South Pole in a historic mission in August. He challenged India's claim, saying the landing spot's coordinates are too far away to count as South Pole. The Chandrayaan-3 mission made India the fourth country to land successfully on the moon, after the United States, the Soviet Union and China. No one disputes that it reached closer to the moon's South Pole than any previous mission, an important feat because it is an unexplored region that was confirmed by NASA, the US space agency, in 2020 to contain water ice. However, Ouyang, who was the chief scientist for China's first lunar landing, questioned India's claim to the first South Pole landing in a state science journal. He said that at a position of 69 degrees south, the Chandrayaan-3 Vikram rover not only had not landed at the South Pole, but it also wasn't in or even near the Antarctic polar region. It's wrong, he said of claims for an Indian polar landing. The landing site of Chandrayaan-3 is not at the lunar South Pole, not in the lunar South Pole region, nor is it near the lunar South Pole region. The Chandrayaan-3 was 619 kilometers or 385 miles away from the polar region, Ouyang said. India's space agency has yet to respond to the claim, if at all they choose to do so. The definition of the polar regions on the moon is complicated by the fact that its tilt and rotations are different from Earth's. The moon has a day lasting 14 days on Earth, for example. The Earth's tilt creates Arctic and Antarctic regions that at some points in the year have 24-hour daylight or nighttime, which are measurable at between 66.5 and 90 degrees north or south. If carried over to the moon, that would put the Indian moon rover in the Antarctic, but since the moon has a much smaller tilt, space scientists say that is not how its polar region is defined. NASA defines it as 80 to 90 degrees, while Ouyang said he considered it to be even smaller at a mere 88.5 to 90 degrees, reflecting the moon's 1.5 degree tilt. Some scientists suggested that Ouyang was splitting hairs. The moment you land a rover close to the South Pole, and certainly within what's defined as the South Pole region, is already a major achievement, said Quentin Parker, director of Hong Kong University's Laboratory for Space Research, in an interview to the South China Morning Post. He said that nothing should be taken away from India because of that. Let me know in comments what you think about the Chinese scientist's claims. Do you think there is some merit in his argument, or you think India's claims of landing a spacecraft near the moon's South Pole are legit without a shred of doubt? I can tell you what is undebatable. It is the fact that getting close to the lunar South Pole is important, and not just for bragging rights. Scientists think the region may have ice reserves that could potentially be valuable for long-term stays. The US and China are both looking to the area for their upcoming plans to send astronauts to the moon for the first time since NASA's Apollo program ended a half-century ago. That's a wrap. Thanks for watching, and I will see you in the next video.